What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, I want to actually touch upon something that is a couple of days old at this point, but it was right after the end of the Great Burning. Yabamat was in the Discord in Maverick channel and was essentially talking through a bunch of different things and dropped this little gem, which I don't know. I'm sure other people probably picked up on, but I definitely was. It definitely caught my attention. And so here you can see he's responding to something else, but he says, yes, that's why I said in the future. And there will be personal benefits for people who provide GP, which are the guild points, beyond just guild building upgrades. That will be part of land phase 2. So what he's talking about is essentially having guild points play some kind of part or have some kind of role and therefore some kind of benefit in land phase 2. Now, it could be your land, it could be maybe other land. I don't know how they're gonna. The thing with land, and especially as we talked about land surfing, the thing about land that I think is really exciting is that the team is really trying to figure out how to make it something that's accessible to people who are brand new to the game and don't own land. Maybe they don't ever even want to own land, but they would love to get involved in land, some kind of like land production, right? That's why we have the surfing idea that's that's been kind of, making the rounds since Hardpoint's interview. But when I think about where guild points could have some value, this is what excites me about a lot of the things that they have planned. And it's funny, I'm going to give a shout out here to Darkest Night because it seems like everything that he wants just somehow manifests itself. He was complaining about ECR like a year ago and then got the ECR change. And even today I was on the phone with him and he said that's the single biggest thing that they've done this year. He loves it. Then earlier he was talking about the guild points and he's just like, man, it'd be really cool if they did something so that it had value on land because, land is going to be like the next big thing within Splinterlands. And voila. Now, we don't have the actual details on this, but it's like there will be some kind of benefits, right? So the team is going to try and add more value to guild points, especially because people just burned 380 million DEC and then an additional 160 million DECB, right? So it's a lot. There's a lot of guild points out there, and I don't think it's going to be satisfied just with the amount of new guild buildings coming in. Because, some people burned like tens of millions of DEC. You have to understand that. And a guild, a building will take like 1 million or 2 million DEC total. So it's not that much when you consider that maybe multiple people from the same guild have done that. So I'm curious to see what this will offer in the future. Again, this is pure speculation, but I am thinking about it in the sense of we know that in the future, land phase 2 specifically, the only way you'll be able to earn SPS is if you build arenas on your land, right? Everybody can build a building on their land. Arena is one of the land types, and you will be able to host the rank battles, and I'm assuming get a portion of the rewards that come through there. Now, what if it's done in a certain way where they combine the arena building in your guild with an actual land building arena? Maybe you have to assign it, maybe you have to do something. That's how I can see them potentially tying in guild points and making it have value on land as well. Because maybe if you have a guild, maybe if you like assign your guild's arena to your land plot, which has an arena on it, for example, you will then be able to use your guild points to maybe level up your land or use that instead of DEC. I don't know what it is. Again, that's literally just the logical step that I've taken from A to B, because when you think about it, if we're going to have to burn DEC for building upgrades in the future, the most logical solution would be, well, if you've already burned DEC for the guild points, well, you should be able to apply that to an arena/land building, right? But again, I'm throwing this out there, very rough, very raw, and full of speculation. I just wanted to share this little tidbit with you, this one sentence here, because I do think, or 2 sentences, because I do think that there's a lot that they can tie in with guilds and land. I'm very bullish on guilds. I love what they represent for the future of the game in terms of kind of having like this team and sub community competition. And if they can tie that in with land and offer more value to people who've burned a ton of DEC already, I think that's going to be really cool. So no guarantees, obviously, and this is super far down the line. I personally don't think that we're going to see Land Phase 2 until sometime, maybe middle of next year. Again, I don't know. It all depends on when we get Land Phase 1 and then, or Land Phase 1.5, and then what the intermediate steps between there and Land 2.0 look like. But I am excited for Land Phase 2. I mean, Land Phase 2 is going to come when it's going to come. I'm not going to get myself hyped up, but I'm excited for Land 1.5, and I'm curious to see what they have planned for the future of guild points and how they could potentially tie that in. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Feel free to speculate. Maybe you guys are more creative than I am in terms of how you can see these two things intertwining, but what would you like to see? Maybe it's not your guess, but what would you like to see in terms of a synergy there between the two? I would love to know. That's all I have in this video. I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.